Hi everybody, I'm Jack Canfield. You may know me as often referred to as the #1 success coach in America. Also the author of a number of books called the Chicken Soup for the Soul series and also a book called the Success Principles. And one of the things I love to do is interview people who are making a difference in the world and make you aware of them so that you can take advantage of the work they're doing. So I'm sitting here with one of the more interesting people I've ever met in my life, and it's a recent connection, but I just want to share you with the people I know. So I'm going to read this because I haven't memorized, I haven't done it, but this is Mustafa Amar, and he is the founder and CEO of Passion MBA, a global coaching company. He's also a life coach who's coached hundreds of professionals around the world to find their dreams and build the careers that they want and build their dream business. And Mustafa is also the author of the upcoming book, which we're going to talk about. It's called The Passion Project: How to Find Your Life Purpose and Build Your Career You Were Born to Have. So this is an important book. I love it. Now, he has lived many, many careers, which we're going to also educates and informs your life. He's been a pharmacist. He's been a diplomat working in China for 10 years it was. Yeah, and speaks 7 languages, I hear. I speak 2. I'm impressed. And he's also been an investment banker and now venturing into something totally new. So let's start by talking about your book, The Passion Project.
Thank you so much, Jack. It's a pleasure and honor being with you, and I'm always learning a lot from you since I started my 4th career. Mm-hmm. So my the book, it's called The Passion Project: Build the Career That You Were Born to Have and Find Your Life Purpose. Mm-hmm. And the idea of the book, if you consider our lives or careers as projects, which is the case, some people, they build their lives or careers on weak foundations. So what happened is the whole project would collapse at some point. Some others build their careers or lives on wrong foundations, I would say, and the result that you would spend most of their lives spending the time on fixing the problems coming from those wrong foundations. Mm-hmm. So what I'm trying to do here is coaching people how to build their lives and careers on the right foundations. And the result would be building skyscrapers or even pyramids that could live much longer than mm-hmm. they live.
Yeah, we know that foundations for skyscrapers sometimes go like 7 stories down into the earth.
Exactly.
And I know the cover of your book, you have a pyramid on it, which is a very strong foundation. It's been around for thousands of years, built with really heavy stones. Very cool. So you talk about something called the Passion Blueprint methodology that you use. Talk about that.
Yeah. So let's imagine this analog of driving your own car for thousands of miles around the country. And I assume you need 3 essential elements here. The first is enough gas for the whole journey. Second is a GPS tracker. And third is a final destination to put on the GPS tracker. And if we go back to the Passion Blueprint, we'll figure out that your gas, or having enough gas, is having enough passion. So unless you have enough passion, maybe you run out of gas at some point, maybe you burn out quickly. And the second point, which is I would call it the GPS tracker, is your values. So your values are what will make sure that you are on the right direction, going toward the right destination. And there is no benefit of having a GPS without having a final destination, an address to put, and this is what I call your dream lifestyle. So having a dream or a vision for your dream lifestyle at some point, and having those 3 important circles, your passions, your values, your vision for your dream lifestyle, they will intersect at some point. And this is where everybody should look, for the future.
And this is where real fulfillment comes from.
Exactly.
I love this quote: you never want to have your ladder leaning against the wrong wall. Because if you get to the top of the ladder, you're still against the wrong wall.
Exactly. You need to know before, right?
Exactly. What your passions, your values are really important in your dream. Now, you talk about something called the Great Resignation. Why do you think that's so relevant to what's going on?
It's very fascinating looking at what's happening in the market, the global market and the American market over the last few years. So there's a recent study that has been done in 2019, and it showed that 85% of 1 billion full-time employees, they had their jobs.
80% of 1 billion. 85. Wow.
In the US, 70% of full-time employees had their jobs. And then when the big trigger happened, when the pandemic happened, a lot of people resigned from their jobs. Right. So looking at the numbers, in April and July this year, there were hundreds of thousands of people who lost or left their jobs. Because in my own belief and my own analysis, I've been looking at few triggers like career PTSD, for example. People were suffering from traumas, people lost their jobs, or people lost their savings or investments. Some others, for example, having career burnout. And people stepping back and looking at what really matters for them in their lives, people realize that this is what I don't want to do. I want to do something else. And I think this is what it comes to the importance of having or building your life and your career on the right foundations.
Yeah, very important. Very important. See, I think everybody has the right to be happy.
Exactly.
And most people are not that happy.
Exactly.
You know, one of the quotes I love is, when your vocation feels like a vacation, then you've arrived.
Exactly.
And I know for me that's true, and I know for you that's true.
Thank
We
you.
want that to be true for you out there as well.
Exactly.
Now, if people want to find out more about your coaching program, they want to contact you, learn more about you, where do they go?
Sure. So my company website is the Passion MBA. You can find a lot of free resources there. They can know what the top 10 mistakes to avoid when planning their career change.
Cool.
Knowing their passions, I have developed this methodology called the Passion Leader, so they can know and mirror their passions and know exactly what they decide for
Very
their
good.
next career.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, one of my friends says, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. And if you're suffering, not doing the thing you were meant to do, I want you to make sure, contact this wonderful man, get a copy of his book, work with him as a coach if you need, find your passion, get an MBA in your passion so you're living the life you really want. So thank you for taking time to allow me to interview
Thank you so much, Jack. It's a pleasure and an honor. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.